Okay, so I am conscious that a lot of people are working from home for the first time, maybe ever. And the fact that, we're just living a different way of life recently. We're not able to get outside as much, we're probably not able to move our bodies as much, let alone get to a yoga class or to a gym class, and cabin fever starts to sink in, and as we get a little bit more stiff, we really just miss the simple pleasures in life, like getting to move our bodies. So something that I learned from practicing yoga was that you have to learn to sit with discomfort and unease. And although it's easier said than done, sometimes when you're going through a yoga practice and it's slow and mindful, you get really frustrated because it's not moving quick enough, and you don't like the sensations that are arising in your body and in your thoughts, and it can be really difficult. So what I always think, there is absolutely room for those type of yoga practices, and we learn a lot from them. I also think sometimes we just have to move. You have to get a little bit playful, get the blood flowing, endorphins going, and just do something. So if anyone has ever been to my classes, you know that I love binds, and what better way to attend them through in the comfort of your own home. There is no one to look at you, and the only person to laugh at you is yourself. So take this at your own pace, embrace the wobble. If you fall over, laugh at yourself, come back into it and do it again, okay? It's suitable for all levels, and it's just a really nice way to get the blood flowing and to get those endorphins back in check. So it is a little bit of a focus on your hips because it's a warrior sequence. So we'll slowly warm up the hips before we begin to move. But if you're working with an injury, just acknowledge that, know your limits. Discomfort is not always okay, but for the most part, but should never feel painful, okay? So to start off, we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana, okay? So if you take the soles of your feet to touch, just allow the knees to be either width of the mat, okay? You're slowly lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. See if you can gently press the lower back to the mat, just so that it's flush. The spine is long. The hands can be either side of the body, facing up towards the ceiling, or maybe they're one stacked on top of the other on your lower stomach, and you're using that as feedback of your breathing, just feeling the expansion as you inhale, and just that sense of release as you exhale and let go. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Eyes begin to soften, the muscles around the eyes, the eyebrows. If you're holding your tongue on the roof of your mouth, just allow that to drop and let go. Knowing that you've taken time, you've made the effort to get on your mat, open out your laptop, your phone, to follow this sequence, whatever it is that got you here, just acknowledge that effort and know that this practice is for you, both for your body and for your mind. Just being patient with it, allowing yourself that time to practice. Consciously start to take deeper inhales and exhales through the nose. Taking the hands to either of the knees, just draw the knees in together, soles of the feet are on the mat. Roll over to your right side and use your left hand to bring yourself back into an easy seat. From here, make sure the spine is long, push into the sit bones. Inhale, sweep the arms up And take hold of the left wrist with the right index finger and the right thumb. And bend into that right elbow so that you're creating a C shape with your left side of the body. And you're rounding into the right side. So we're trying to keep ourselves as long as we can by pushing into the sit bones. But bending into that right elbow just allows us to create a really nice space up on the left side. Our breaths are active, so try and keep that core engagement. Maybe focusing on the breath in and out of the nose. Coming back to center on an inhale, take hold of the opposite wrist, and we'll exhale as we bend into the left elbow and we create a C shape with the right side of the body. From here, take the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers into a clasped fist. Taking the fist away from the body, bend the elbows and bring them to the right side. Try and draw the elbows in towards each other. Now you're bringing the chest through, you're sitting up through the sit bones. You're taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, gaze over that right shoulder as you draw the right elbow towards the left. Coming back to center, and we'll take it onto the opposite side. Inhale as length, exhale, gaze over that left shoulder. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up, and as you exhale, allow yourself to tip from the hip here, okay? So you're taking yourself down to the mat, but you're keeping the sit bones on the mat. Palm of the hands come on to the mat in front of you. Come up onto the fingertips. Take a really nice inhale, and feel the space in between the shoulder blades. Exhale maybe guides you away from the body, and maybe you stay up on the fingertips. This is your practice. Whatever feels good. Taking the hands closer towards you, roll over the knees, and we'll come into our tabletop position. Elbows, shoulders and wrists are in line, and the knees are in line with the hips. I'm going to tie up my hair. Okay. From here, gently warm up the spine. Inhale, gaze comes up, and you're curling the tailbone. Exhale, chin comes in towards the chest. Just repeating here in our own breathing sequence. Inhale brings us up, around the spine, gaze is up. Exhale, be really dramatic. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Tucking everything in. Inhale, gaze comes up. Exhale, chin comes in. Okay, from here, push each of the 10 fingers into the mat. Feel a space in between the palm of your hands. Just getting a little bit more connected now with the mat, feeling into the sensations of the postures. Tuck the toes and take an inhale. Feel the space on each side of the body. Gently lift the knees, and as you exhale, bring yourself back to your first downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, grounding down left, through right. and taking whatever movement feels good. So if you feel really stiff, just taking your time to warm up the back of the hamstrings. Chest is coming towards the thighs. Creating an inversion, our head is under our hearts. Challenging the blood circulation, getting the blood flowing. And this should just feel like a really, really nice stretch. Now keep a micro bend to the knees if you need to. Round down through the palm of the hands. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, rippling through to your high plank. Keep the elbows and the shoulders in line with the wrists. As you exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes. Bend the elbows in line with the body, and as you exhale, slowly bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Inhale brings you up for low cobra. And exhale brings you back towards the mat. Tuck the toes. Upper body strength brings you back to a child's pose. Taking another inhale, fill up the back of the body. And as we exhale, the toes are tucked and the sit bones are coming back towards the ceiling for downward facing dog. We'll get ready to move here. On an inhale, sweep up the right leg, pointing the foot towards the back of the room, bend the knee, and now stack the right hip over the left. If you gaze underneath your left armpit, you should be able to see your right foot. Give yourself a little bit of a wave. Maybe take the foot in one direction before going into the other. And you're just opening out the right hip. Trying to keep the hips in line. Exhale brings you back. Just pedal out the feet a few more times. On your next inhale, sweep up the left leg, Bend the knee. The left stacks over the right. You should be able to see that left foot. Just taking the foot in one direction. Maybe take it in the other. Exhale slowly brings you back down to the mat. Bending through the knees. When you're ready, coming into a little bit more movement. On your next inhale, sweep up that right leg. Point the foot. Bend the knee. Knee draws in towards the chest. Push up through the shoulder blades. Gaze down between the hands. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, gently land the foot in between the hands. Okay, so from here, take the left foot and come onto the knife edge. It's going to be in line with the right foot. On an inhale, use the left arm and sweep yourself back into warrior two, okay? So we're opening out the right hip here. If you come onto the ball of the right foot and roll onto the outside, you'll feel more of an opening here on the inside of the right. Roughly speaking, your left foot should be more or less in line with the right heel, but we all live in different bodies, so if yours doesn't look like that, that's fine. The right hand is in front, the left arm is behind. Gazing over that right index finger, take an exhale and sink a little bit deeper into that right knee. Now you want to make sure that the right knee is stacked directly over the right ankle. Staying with your breath. I'm now just reminding myself that I haven't practiced this in a few days and I definitely feel a little bit tight. From here, take the left hand and bring it to the back of the left thigh. Flipping the right palm, on an inhale, gently guide the right arm up as the left arm guides down. You're gazing up at that right palm and you're taking 3 breaths. Legs are strong. Stay with your breath. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring yourself back into warrior. Coming into side angle, bend the right elbow and place it gently on the right thigh. Using the left arm, sweeping it overhead and the palm is facing towards the mat. Depending on your range of motion, you might find it nicer to take the left arm underneath. All of the weight is in the right leg, okay? So you're really light on that right arm. You're rolling back that left shoulder. Imagine you're trying to make yourself as narrow as possible. You're grounding down through that left foot. You're not forgetting to breathe, or smile, or both. And from here, options to stay, or take the right hand onto the inside of the right thigh. Gaze up at that left hand if the neck allows. If it doesn't, feel free to keep gazing down at the right foot. Keep the gaze neutral. Maybe the gaze is up at that left hand. 3 breaths. And there, for the bind. Take the right hand, face it in towards you. The left arm comes behind you. Maybe they take hold, and if they do, you're rolling back that left shoulder. You're taking 3 breaths. Coming back into side angle, coming back into warrior. Frame the right foot, coming onto the ball of the left. Take the right foot back to meet the left in your high plank. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, push back into downward facing dog. So we'll take that again on the opposite side, and we'll do it twice, okay? So it's a bit of a hip opener. Stay with me. You'll thank yourself afterwards, I promise. Know that you can come into child's pose at any stage if you need to. From here. Inhale, sweep up the left leg. Bend the knee. Knee draws in towards the chest as you push up the shoulder blades. Exhale takes the foot in between the hands, and you're now coming onto the knife edge of the right foot. On an inhale, sweep the right arm back, left arm in front so that we're in warrior on the opposite side. Gaze back at that left hand, at the right hand, make sure it hasn't dipped, still in line with the left. Making sure that left knee is in line with the left ankle. You're gazing over that left index finger, coming onto the ball of the left foot, rounding onto the outside, just to open out the inside of that thigh once more. And from here, take the right hand to the back of the thigh, flipping the front palm, and on an inhale, gaze up, 3 breaths. Exhale brings you back to center. Bend into the left elbow, place it lightly on the left thigh. And again, the option here is to bring the right arm overhead, or maybe sweep it underneath. Palm of the hand is facing towards the mat, and all of the weight is in that left shoulder. It's really tempting just to hang out on the left thigh, but keep it strong. Keep grounding into that right foot. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the left hand onto the inside of the left thigh, okay? So this might be you, this might be you, this might be you. See what feels good. You might even want to stay in your side angle pose, but if not, coming into extended side angle, roll back that right shoulder, gaze up at the right hand. We're opening out the chest. And you know what's coming. Attempting the bind, take the left hand in towards you, the right arm comes behind you, and maybe the hands come to meet. You're gazing over that right shoulder. You're taking 3 breaths. You're feeling it in the hips. Hands extend back into side angle. Coming into warrior. Frame the left foot. Left foot comes back to meet the right in high plank. And as you exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. So know at any stage if you need to, you can take the knees the width of the mat and you can come down into child's pose. If you suffer with your shoulders and that's really uncomfortable, take the knees together and extend the arms the length of the body, coming onto the left or the right cheek. And that's always an option if you need to take a few breaths, if you need the hips to reset. I think I do. And then we'll come again on the opposite side. And then we'll do it again. Okay. So, from here, finding ourselves back in a downward facing dog. Taking a few moments. Then we're ready. Inhale, sweep up the right leg. Bend the knee. Knee draws in towards the chest. Feeling strong. Push up through the shoulder blades. Exhale, lightly land the right foot in between the hands. Now I know I'm not there to hear, but sometimes we don't land that lightly. Come onto the knife edge of the left foot. Inhale, sweep that left arm behind, right arm is in front. Again, right knee over the right ankle. Left leg is strong. Make sure the left arm hasn't dipped and you're gazing over that right index finger. Flipping the right palm, this time take the left hand and see if you can take hold of the top of the right thigh. If not, feel free to leave it to the back of the thigh. If you want a little bit more of a chest opener here, take an inhale and sweep the arm up overhead. Gaze is looking up. Exhale, coming straight into side angle, right elbow, left arm overhead. Roll back that left shoulder, left palm is facing towards the mat. Keep opening out on the inside of the right hip. Coming into extended side angle. Gaze up at that left hand, roll back the left shoulder, bend generously into the right leg. Wish that I'd stop giving instructions, that it would all be over. Trust me, you'll feel better afterwards. Okay, right hand comes in towards you, left arm comes behind you. Gaze over that left shoulder. 3 breaths. Really, really nice stretch. The bind is just an option. If it's not there, it's not there. Maybe pause it and try and play around with it. Inhale brings the arms back to extended side angle, coming into warrior. Frame the right foot, coming onto the ball of the left. Take the right foot back to meet the left. And as you exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Whenever you find yourself in downward facing dog, do what you need to. That means you need to pedal out the feet. That means you need to find a little bit of stillness, maybe take a few more breaths. Staying here with a generous bend in the knee. You do you, it is your practice. When you are ready, inhale, sweep up the left leg, bending the knee. Knee draws in towards the chest, and as you exhale, slowly land the left foot in between the hands, coming onto the knife edge of the right foot this time. On an inhale, sweep up the arms in line for warrior 2. Left knee stacked on top of the left ankle. Make sure the hand hasn't dipped. Gazing over that left index finger. Now taking this arm, bring it behind. Maybe take top of the top of the left thigh. Flipping the left palm on. Inhale, arm sweeps up. Exhale, coming straight into side angle, light on the left thigh. Right arm extends overhead. And again, sometimes gazing up doesn't feel nice on the neck, so keep it neutral. Gaze down that left foot. All the weight is in the left leg. As tempting as it is. Coming into side angle. Roll back that right shoulder. Keep the right hip on top of the left. Try and make yourself as narrow as possible. If you're taking the bind, left hand comes towards you, right arm behind you, bending into that knee, gazing over the right shoulder. Three breaths. Extend the arms up long, coming back into warrior, framing the left foot. The left foot comes back to meet the right. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Okay, so since we are working with the hips, we'll take another sequence. But don't worry, there won't be any binds, okay? We just want to open out the hips a little bit more on an inhale. Sweep up that right leg, bending the knee. Knee comes in towards the chest. And as you exhale, drop the right foot once again in between the hands. Drop the back leg, untuck the toe. Heel toe the right foot onto the right edge of the mat and take the hands onto the inside of the right foot. Start to take semicircles with that right knee. And we're going clockwise direction. If at any point you feel as though you need to lengthen out that left leg, readjust. It's your body. So whatever you feel you need. And once you've had enough, just coming back the opposite way. From here, tuck the left toe, lift the left knee, if your body allows, okay, so you're keeping the left leg strong. Maybe come onto the forearm of the left arm, and using your right hand, just open out the inside of that hip. You're coming onto the outer edge of the right foot. Maybe you're taking both of the forearms to the mat. We're breathing through the discomfort here. Taking one more round of breath, inhale. Exhale, take the hands back onto the inside of the right hip. And we'll come into pigeon pose, okay? Bend the right knee and take it to the back of the right wrist. And extend out the left leg, okay? If you gaze over that left shoulder, you should be able to see a long, straight leg. Taking the foot, the leg, it should be about a 45-degree angle, okay? So some people say to align it with the front edge of the mat, but that's really extreme and we don't all live in bodies like that, okay? So in and around 45 degrees and the sole of the foot is facing in towards you. The hands are either side of the right knee and we're pushing up through the finger blades just to add length in that spine, okay? So maybe we stay here. Maybe we come into sleeping pigeon. So we take the palm of the hands on the floor, the forearms, maybe the forehead. There's loads of options. So you can fist both of your hands and create a pillow for your head. You can extend the arms out long and place the forehead on the mat. You want to make sure that both of your hips are in line with the front edge of your mat and that you don't feel as though you're rocking over one side to the other, okay? If you have a block or a book and you want to use that under your right thigh, you can to keep it aligned. But if not, we're coming down and we're taking at least 5 breaths. Now I've been talking for the last probably 10 breaths, so apologies if you started before me. As you inhale, bring the hands back in line with the knees, tucking the left toe, lifting up the knee. From here, bend into that left knee and draw the foot in towards the sit bone. Extending out the right arm, face the thumb towards the mat. Exhale, sweep the right arm around. Take hold of the outside of the foot and bring the foot in towards the sit bone. Stay with your breath. So this feels really, really nice, particularly if you feel stiff or if you've been on a desk. If you want, you can take the front of the foot onto the inside of the right wrist and you can gaze over that right shoulder. slowing down the practice. Just getting some really nice hip opener stretches in for the road. Exhale, slowly bring the left foot down. Hands come back onto the mat. Lift up the back leg, bringing the right shin in towards the chest. Exhale, bring it up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring it up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bring it back to the mat. Again, pedal out the legs. If you've done that properly, your right leg should be about 3 inches longer. So you should be about half a foot taller after the practice. Okay, from here. Inhale, sweep up the left leg, bend the knee. Knee comes in towards the chest. Point that left foot. Exhale, left foot comes on to the inside of the two hands. Drop the back leg, untuck the toe. Heel toe the left foot onto the left edge of the mat. And again, we're just opening out the inside of the left hip here, okay? So we're taking circles in one direction. And then maybe taking it in the opposite direction. Someone's getting fed up. Okay, take the left hand and opening out the inside of the left hip, just come onto the outer edge of the left foot. And again, options are yours, okay? You can come onto the forearm of the right, maybe the left. Maybe tuck the back toes and lift the back leg. Whatever you need, all of the options are there, and maybe one side feels tighter than the other, and that's okay. From here, dropping the back leg, untucking the toes, just take the hands onto the inside of the left foot again. We'll bend the left knee and we'll draw the right leg away from us. Look over that right shoulder, just make sure the leg is out long and straight. Hands are either side of the left knee, and the shin is about 45 degrees, so the foot's facing towards us, and maybe we stay here. So again, we're just trying to add length in the spine. Make sure that the hips aren't tipping left to right. You want them aligned to the front edge of the mat. Use that block underneath the left thigh if you have one, if you need one. And then maybe from here, you're taking yourself onto the forearms. Maybe the palm of the hands and the forearms, the forehead. Either way, we're taking 5 breaths. And we're drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Slowly coming back up. Take the hands in towards the body, again in line with the knees. Just tuck that right foot, bring the knee in towards you, and from here, up onto the fingertips again to make sure that the spine is long. Bend the knee and draw the right foot in towards the sit bone, okay? Extending the left arm out long, palm is facing away from you, thumb is down towards the mat. Sweeping back, take hold of the outside of the right foot, bending the elbow, bending the knee, foot comes in towards the body, staying here, or maybe taking the front of the right foot onto the inside of the left wrist and gaze over that left shoulder. If it's too much on your fingertips, you can come onto your fist. Should feel a really nice stretch on the front of the right thigh. And as you exhale, slowly bring the foot down. Hands come onto either side of the left knee. Tuck the toe, lifting up the right knee. Upper body strength brings the shin in towards the chest. Exhale, make sure you extend the leg long, slow and mindful. And we'll just Bend into the knees here. Blood is flowing once more. And I have good news and I have bad news. So the good news is it's coming towards the end of the practice. And the bad news is it's coming towards the end of the practice. From here. Ripple through to your high plank. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Bring yourself back through the right side, and we'll come down and we'll take reclined pigeon, okay? Just to finish off the practice. We're nearly there, Roberta. From here. Lying flat on the mat, extend the left leg out long and draw the right knee in towards you. Keeping the left foot flexed to protect that knee. We're all good, we're all good. And from here. Take the left sole of the foot onto the mat and take the right foot over the left knee. Draw the right hip away from you as you open out the inside of that right thigh. Using your hands, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh and draw that left knee in towards you. So the feet are flexing back towards the shins. You're gently opening out that right thigh once more and you're drawing the left knee in towards you. Now you can extend the arms into a T shape or maybe into a cactus shape so that the elbows are at a 90-degree angle. Bring the right sole of the foot over towards the left side, but trying to keep both of the shoulders plugged on the mat. If the neck allows, gaze over that right hand, that right arm. And we're coming towards the end of our practice, so we're taking spinal twists. We're trying to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest state of being. Just letting the body know the work is done. Invite in a sense of calm. And just start to slow everything down. Coming back to center, we'll take it on the opposite side. Slowly bring ourselves back in and just unraveling the legs, okay? Extend out the right leg. Left leg comes in towards you. Interlacing the fingers on top of the shin bone. Bending into the right knee. Take the left ankle over the right. And again, we're just gently opening out the inside of that left thigh. Interlace the hands behind the right. Flex the feet towards you. Use your hand here as a guide if you need to, just to open out that right hip. Arms extend long. Gently bring the left foot over towards the right side this time, and we're gazing over the right arm. You can use your right hand as a little bit of feedback again, just to guide that left foot, the left knee rather, a little bit more towards the right. Both of your shoulders stay plugged on the mat. And when you're ready, slowly come back to center. Interlace the hands on top of the shin bones. Just gently rock left to right. And getting ready for the most important part of any practice is Shavasana. So from here, we're nearly done. So from here, extend the legs away. If you suffer with your lower back, you can take the knees the width of the mat and allow the feet the width of the mat and allow the knees to come in. Palm can be facing up towards the ceiling, or again, one hand stacked on top of the other. Extending the legs out long, palms are facing up towards you. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Any tension in your jaw. Eyes, eyebrows, just meet it with a little bit of softness. And starting to deepen your breath. Start to take circles with the ankles and with the wrists. Just get a little bit of movement back in. When you're ready, draw the knees in towards you. Roll over to your right side. Come back.